All right, welcome back to the RC wrench bench. We are on bag 10, step 3 in the RC10SC7 build. We just finished installing all of the shocks. Step 10 is electronics install. I'm going to do that a little bit later. So step 1 and step 2 are the electronics install. And step 3 is the battery mount, the battery hold down. So I'm glad that Associated has changed over to one of these simple brackets and kind of twist lock tabs. It's a really simple system. So theirs looks kind of interesting here with a few more parts than what I've seen in the past. They do include a shorter tab for low profile batteries and a longer tab for the higher profile batteries. I think that I don't think most people swap between low profile and high profile very often, so you should be able to just pick one and roll with it. So I don't see that as too much of an issue. All right, so longer screw through the top of that, and then there's this tiny little O-ring that goes on the underside of that before it goes through this bracket. And then there is a little lock nut that goes in the back side of that. So if you get all that stuff to stay together, I'm just going to tighten that up. And that actually feels pretty good. Good. All right, let's do the other one here. Again, screw through the top, tiny little O-ring thing through the center hole in the bracket, lock nut on the underside. All right. Now it looks like there are a series of holes available on each side so that you can move the battery mount forward and rearward. The instructions are a little bit tricky to read. It looks like the standard, or at least the opening one, is the third hole from the front. So that's what we're gonna go with. 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure that we're getting in the right space right there. You may have noticed that I installed the foam on the chassis. I hadn't done that before. I figured I would see what the battery felt like before I did that. All right, 1, 2, 3 from the front. I don't know what plastic they use for these hold down brackets, but it definitely feels cheaper than the rest. It's the only plastic that I've felt in the kit that just seems like it was really kind of a cheap move. All right, This is likely the battery that I'll use. This is an Exalt 5700. Hey, look at that. That fits perfectly. All right, so with the battery in there, there is no forward or rearward movement. And side to side, just a tiny little bit. They do have included with the kit some very small pieces of foam that you can put along the side. That would help limit side to side movement. But I think that's great. All right, there we are. So with the installation of the battery holder, we're pretty much at the end of the kit build. We obviously need to do the electronics install, and we need to figure out a body. And I've got a bunch of short course tires and wheels, so there's no worry about that. Overall, I enjoyed myself on the build. So we'll wrap this up over the next probably 5 or 6 days with the electronics. I got to pull those out of the old kit and put them in here. And then after that, we'll do kind of a summary of the build experience. I was able to get this together a little bit quicker than I thought I would. So I might have a shot at racing this in about a week. So that might be a good shakedown just to check it out and see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, add some comments if you have any comments or questions. Thanks for tuning in.